Okay, we back once again. Try to make this short and sweet. Something I've been having on my mind. I was at a class recently, and a brother was going into circumcision and just describing the whole process again and how um, inhumane it is. And if you don't know the process, you need to look it up. Google that shit. Get your Google on and find out what exactly is going on when they take your child off into that room and what they do to them before they bring them back to you. I'm not even going to tell you all that. Because if you don't know, if you don't already done it to your child, and or it's been done to you, and you somebody who advocates it, then I at least hope you know what the process is. And if you can live with that, then hey, that's you. But I ain't even gonna get into that part of it necessarily. What hit me or struck me that I had never thought of before, because I had already been, you know, on some fuck that crazy shit. And I know it's some conscious brothers who teach that that's something we did, or that's part of our culture. Yeah, I don't, I already know the science behind that. That was something that we introduced for other people to use. Once again, everything we came up with wasn't necessarily for us. And even in our cultures, what we did or do, these things happen at later points in your life. As a child was older, becoming a man, not when you first coming out the fucking womb. So that's my point. Like, despite the sick mutilation part of it, what's the psychological effect that has? Like, I would like to do some kind of study on the science behind that. Like, what are the lasting psychological effects of that? To be taken away, first of all, from the person who you are not supposed to be taken away from for at least a couple of years for no reason. To be removed from that person immediately like that, so soon after getting here, then taken somewhere to have this barbaric, gruesome procedure happen to you while you scream for the person who you know is supposed to be protecting you. Go through this procedure, hollering and screaming, getting no response. Finally give up, lose hope, and then be brought back to this person. And then they act like they care about you. Like, we got this sick thing in us where we think our children, our babies are not people yet. They just toys for you to show off and dress up and, hey, everybody come look at the baby. But this is the point when your child knows everything, can see everything, can do everything. We put the limitations on them and turn them into what they become. So I know that there's a real whole person in there at that very moment. And I would like to know what type of effects, like I say, psychologically does it have? Can you ever look at your parent the same after that? So I just like to, I'm just putting that out there. Because I would really like to do a study, like on the differences between children who haven't had it done and those who have, and what their relationships are with their parents throughout life. I bet you it'd have to be different. That has to leave a lasting effect. How can it not? Like I said, if you don't believe it can, then you probably don't know what they're doing when they take them children away from you and do this procedure. So like I said, go get your Google on And I don't, you know, it's just something for y'all to think about. Food for thought. Don't abuse your children. Know what you're doing. Be aware. That's what conscious means. So be healthy. Peace.